Hello everyone, Adam Reed here with part 5 of our 50 best practices, and this is still in the do's category of our do's and don'ts to success. And let's see here. Maybe if you've missed any other audio presentations and you're just starting, I'll give you a quick little background here. These best practices were taken from millionaires and top businesses here in North America, and it took me many years to sort of filter through all of what was available at seminars and audio presentations and so on put on by these successful people to get down to the actual nitty-gritty of what really works to support someone in being successful. And it's taken more than a decade to put this together and practice it. I mean, I've had many results myself. I won't get into them here because I want to give you the value, but you purchase the audio presentation, will give you everything. And this is all put together, like I said, distilled from 10 years so that you can have fast achieving success and performance. So here we go. Part 5. We're at number 21, and this is 21 through 25. Give yourself space to make mistakes time and time again. There's so many times I've heard people in seminars talking, and they're so hard on themselves because things haven't turned out the way they wanted them to. They've created a goal, they took the steps, they made mistakes, and that's where they stopped. Because they're so hard on themselves. They don't stop and say, listen, I'm human. Like, they don't make it simple. I'm human. I messed up. Man, what can I do to get this back on track? It's not like that. It's, oh, I made a mistake. Right? Oh. And then it's like, and it's stopped. It's like confronting a wall, face first, and just sticking there. And you know, if you're someone who's really committed to being successful, you've got to give yourself space to make mistakes time and time again. How else do you learn? You know, I don't know about you, but you ever watch children, learning to tie their shoes the first time? They have no clue what's going on, but they do it, and then they do it, and they do it, and they do it. And it's great. Or even, us as speakers and seminar leaders and coaches, we make mistakes time and time again. But give ourselves a little bit of space. We're on the path to mastery, and it does not come in a month, or it does not come in a week, it does not come in a minute. For some of us, it takes years to get us to where we need to be so that we're proficient, effective, and full of performance. So give ourselves space. It's okay to make mistakes, especially when we learn. It's not okay to make mistakes and do nothing with it besides sit on it and fester in it and self-indulge in it. All right, let's move on. Number 22, make promises that you initially think you can't keep. Wow, what a great principle. I love this one. I think this one is just fantastic. Because how many times do we challenge ourselves? Not very often. We tend to kind of go with how things are flowing and how things are working. But if we're going to grow and expand, we got to start to make promises that we initially think we can't keep them. Like, it's such a big promise. Wow, you mean make 1,000 calls? Oh, generate $10,000 more income in the next month? These are all things that we need to promise. And promise your coaches. Promise your business partners. People that will hold you to account, but will be great with you, so that you've got that support to have you fulfill on your goals. Right? Make those challenges. Make those promises the biggest challenge that you can make. All right. I don't think that's very self-explanatory, so I don't think we'll spend too much time on making promises that you initially think you can't keep. But I will touch on one word, and that's the word initially. When we first start out, we really don't think we can keep some of the promises we've made. But look back over your results. Are there things that you said and things that you've done, things that you promised specifically, that you initially thought you couldn't do, but you did them? Great. Then let's keep it going. Keep challenging ourselves and make those promises. All right. Now, number 23 here actually piggybacks on number 22, and that's honor your promises. Now, why am I saying that? Well, sometimes there are promises that I've made and I've broken my promise. I either put too much on my plate, I don't organize and structure well, I don't manage something to the highest level of integrity that I can or consistency that I can. So my promises get broken. I'm human. I give myself space to make mistakes, right? And if we honor our promises, right, by doing the following: we promise where there's a broken promise. It sets me up to feel powerful that I have the space to do that. It gives me a second chance, which is great. Not everybody is good at everything. So giving other people the opportunity to honor their promises gives them a chance to get back in the game and not feel overwhelmed and dismayed and take themselves out of something that could be very successful. And it creates a feeling of excitement for that person that they can continue. Honor your promises. All right, 24. Tell the truth, no matter what. Yeah, this is a big one. I remember I was in a seminar, and we were leading, and one of the people participants stood up and had shared where they were afraid to tell the truth to their business partner about the current circumstance of the business because they were afraid of the consequences that would come down as a result of this lack of telling the truth, right? Well, let's just take a moment and look at that. If you're not willing to tell the truth, then you create a false reality anyway. Letting someone live in a false reality is far more impactful and costly to them and to you and all the people involved than if you just tell the truth. I often say I can't solve a problem with somebody if they're not willing to tell the truth, right? Telling the truth, giving the specifics, these are the facts, this is truthfully how it is for me, this is truthfully how it's gone. Has everything get resolved with velocity? Has trust be built? And has the situation resolved quickly? And here's the thing, if you've ever gotten into trouble but you told the truth all the way through, the power you have on the other side, that you were consistent with yourself, that you were you, that you were amazingly powerful in that situation because of the truth, is just incredible. You're unstoppable. Unstoppable momentum. Okay, so that's number 24. Tell the truth, no matter what. And that takes courage. A courage rarely accessed, but always in existence. All right, 25. Make integrity your number one value. Now, why am I saying that? Integrity is a consistency. It's a wholeness of something. And we've got to keep our wholeness, we've got to keep it in check. I'll give you an example of just kind of how integrity works so that we can see just why this is our number one value. If you take a look at a Jenga tower, that game Jenga where you've got all the blocks stacked, that, when you've assembled it, is a whole complete piece of a Jenga tower. And it's perfect like that. It's perfect. Nothing missing, fully there, completely works for the game, ready to go. But then if you turn around and you start taking a piece out, and you take another piece out, eventually, when enough pieces, and this is a lack of integrity now, occurs inside of our Jenga tower. And what happens? Well, the tower collapses and the pieces are everywhere. So we don't have integrity. It now doesn't work. Now we can translate this right over to people, and this is why integrity is so important. When you're working on a project, don't cut your corners. That's removing a piece. Don't show up late. That's removing a piece. Don't lie. That's removing a piece. Don't make excuses. That's removing another piece. What you want to do is restore all that. So let's say you've done those things. You've lied, taken shortcuts, haven't followed through, all of that. Start to restore it. Get truthful with yourself and with others. See, piggyback on 24, right? Tell the truth no matter what. Piggyback on that and keep building and keep building, and everything is restored, and then everything works. The tower is now rebuilt and ready to go. And so that's why we say number 25 is make integrity your number one value. All right, let's hold it there. If you love this presentation, great. Click the links below, get the audio presentation. We'll go much deeper, and we'll give you a true pathway and steps to your success. Again, my name is Adam Reed. I'm the creator of Star Achiever. Tap your power now, and it's been great having you in this presentation. And get ready for number 6. part 6. All right, click the links. We'll see you there.